It's your man CJ Kyles, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again. Back with another impromptu live. I know y'all probably asleep right now. I'm at the car shop, just waiting to get my car work done. So I said, why not talk to the family and see what's cracking? So I may have to shut this down at any moment because he may call me and say that I gotta do such and such. So, but anyway, y'all. I know it's probably not gonna be a lot of people on here, but I'm a flow and just keep it pushing and going like that. But good morning. Good morning. Y'all see the title. And this is different than from what I normally talk about, but every now and then I'm gonna get some topics. I'm gonna do some topics that that are not nursing related. But anyway, let's have a conversation. What's up, Ray Quail? Good morning. Good morning to you. I appreciate you joining me this morning. What you doing up? What y'all doing up? I thought y'all was gonna be asleep. I'm getting to the barbershop later on today because my joint is a beast right now. But anyway, are black people getting tired of the gangsta ish? Are black people getting tired of the gangsta ish? And I wanted to do this. I wanted to talk about this because I uh I watched an interview with DJ Academics and Charleston White. Now, for those of you who are not, oh, okay, you working? Okay, you at home health? Okay, shout out to you, Raquel. Now, I watched the interview with DJ Academics and Charleston White. Now, for those of you who don't know, DJ Academics is a popular YouTuber. He covers hip hop media, and Charleston White, I don't really know what he does. I just know he's like an internet personality, and he's very controversial. He has his views and topics about gangsters and rappers and all that kind of stuff. So recently he got into an altercation with Soldier Boy out in Miami, and I guess he pepper sprayed Soldier Boy or whatever that nonsense was about. And then I guess something else. That's what the see. This is why I hate it. It was doing so good, but so he pepper sprayed Soldier Boy, and then he was talking to DJ Academics about Young Thug and how Young Thug deserves to do 10 years, and they were having these conversations. And pretty much to sum it all up, he was saying that Young Thug and people like Young Thug are not good for the community. Um, Young Thug is currently locked up on RICO charges for gang activity, him and his whole YSL crew. And first off, I'll go by saying this. I don't think anybody, I don't, well, I say this, I don't wish jail on nobody. I don't wish prison on nobody. I've never been, but I've heard stories and everything like that, and I don't wish that on nobody. With that being said, I wanted to talk about, are black people tired of the gangster ish? I think we have to come to the realization that there is, um, within our community, you have, well, let me say this: with any community, you have your good folks and your bad folks. You have your dusties and your non-dusties. That's with any community. But since we talking about black folks and um, they're looking over here, so I might have to cut it off soon. But since we talking about black folks, are we tired? Are black people tired of the killing, the dusties killing the good ones and everything like that? Is there uh is there a growing separation and people are being vocal about it? Now, Atlanta, they have a new district attorney down there who was very adamant about locking these gangs up and everything like that. And Charleston White was like, well, how come these dudes, these gangster dudes, are millionaires still promoting violence and killing and everything like that? He's saying these are bad people. So I just wanted to come and ask, are black people tired of the gangster ish? Are they tired of it? Um One point that he brought up is that black people feel that once they become successful, say if you come from a hood environment and once you become successful, they feel like that if they're not in the hood or giving back to the hood, they are quote unquote a sellout. I've heard that several times, not just from Charleston White. Now, here's my take on that. You are not obligated to do anything for anybody. Point blank, period. At face value, you are not obligated. But a time comes that a point, you have to get to the point to where, who are you living for? And Charleston White said that. Who are you living for? Are you living for them or are you living for you? And then with that being said, this whole, they say, well, don't go back to the hood. If you go back to the hood, you a target, you a target, you a target. And listen, I would be a liar. I would be a liar if I didn't believe it. You niggas come down to the hood and, you know, you make it, you get some paper, you start flashing, you start showing your jewelry, your car, your flex on IG, giving your location and all that kind of stuff. And you go down to an area where people are hungry, where they starving, where they homeless. That's like putting steak in front of a hungry lion's face. That's like putting steak in front of a hungry lion's face. So my question then goes to, I then ask, so when a person who does come up in the hood becomes successful, should they go back? That's my question. Should they go back? I'll say like this. I'll put it like this. I think with anything you do, you need to have, you need to be aware. I think that if you go to an environment where you are a public figure, number one, and people assume that you have money, and you go to an environment to where these people may not have as much as you, or they have significantly less than you, I think you need to use some discernment. Now, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with giving back to your community where you grew up. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I don't think it's anything wrong with being a figurehead in your community. But at the same time, if you are a public figure and people already have these assumptions about your pockets, because we live in an era of pocket watching now. You feel me? We live in an era of pocket watching. So if you are an individual who has some sort of notoriety, fame, people assume you got money and all that type of stuff, and you have to be careful, because I'm going to tell you something. Everybody don't have your best interest. And we have to understand that people are suffering right now. And that's one thing that I try to tell a lot of nurses, like, y'all better be careful doing all that extra stuff. Like, a lot of nurses, I've heard several stories, and I was actually shocked because I didn't know this was actually a thing. But a lot of nurses are getting robbed outside of hospitals. That's crazy. But they know, and you know, they know what it is. The wolves know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So are we tired? Are black people tired of the gangsta all the killing, all the death, all that stuff? Through the music. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. And it's crazy because, like, the older I get, and I thought this was just something old people said just because they old. But the older I get, I don't even listen to rap like that no more. And I'm not saying it's hip hop. But another point that he made, bro, was, well, all the gangster rappers, they tend to get in trouble. And I understand that when you come from a certain environment and you are an artist and you have freedom of speech, you put your life and your real lyrics, or your life and your real stories and trials and tribulations in your music. But what tends to happen when you keep glorifying the activity and when you keep glorifying the death and the murders and the killing and all the stuff. You a millionaire now. You rich. What are we still talking about this for? That's how I looked at it from his standpoint, from what he was trying to say. And then like I ask myself all the time, like, am I wrong for feeling the way I feel? Because I feel like this whole giving back thing, right? I'm not a fan of, hold on, I think they about to ask me to pull my car in or something like that. Hold on, y'all. I might have to shut it down. Hold on 1 second. How you doing? Huh? Good, good. So like when it drive, it make a sound like so I just wanted to, you know. Yeah. Alright. I'm shutting it down, y'all. I'll come back. Maybe I'll do it live tonight.